That's right, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Bond, James Bond. I'll have a steak sandwich. Yes, that's right. Oh, and you ready?
Alright Jay, so for as long as I've known you, which is my whole life, you've always been the biggest Star Trek fan that I know. How did you become a Trekkie?
Well, I think basically it was because growing up, well, I was really young, and I just actually hit the button on the remote control, and bang, there it was. And Captain Kirk, yeah, and Spock, Bones, Chekhov, Uhura, Sulu, right? And I just thought, well, what the hell is this? So I just started watching, and I think that was when it clicked for me that sci-fi was what I loved. And I mean, you look back at it now, right, and it's just an absolutely dorky thing. I mean, Jim, Bones, you know, I mean, stuff like that, and live long and prosper, you know what I mean? And yeah, stuff like that, and it just, think about it now, right? It was so bad, but it was so good at the same time. But it was, honestly, it was an inspiration. And to this day, I still remember when I saw my first Star Trek episode at some cousin's place or whatever, right? Everyone disappeared, right? And I'm just sitting in front of the ear box, right? Just going, I'm really liking this. And I think as it progressed to the next gen, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, right? It just got better and better and better. The stories got more technical. There was a storyline behind it, not just a single episode. And I think before Star Wars, right, there was Star Trek. Right, so, you know, a lot of people say, right, that, you know, you can't love one and love the other, but no, it's bullshit, okay? You can love both.
Why can't we all just get along?
No, it's not a question of why can't we get along. Star Wars is about that universe that is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, right? Whereas Star Trek, and Gene Roddenberry based it a lot on what was happening at the time, at the period of the time, right, where these technological advances, right, that you see, right, in front of your own eyes, right, it just materialized. So things like, well, the phaser is basically a laser, and your communicator is almost the same looking as an old style mobile phone where it flips up like that, right? And then you've got your pad as well, which is part of the next generation.
Basically
which
an
is,
iPad.
well, that's what it is. So Gene Roddenberry based his ideas on current technology, right? And it filtered through the Star Trek universe. So that's, you can sort of like, most people who watch it can relate to his ideas, right? I mean, it's not all about monetary value. It's not about, you know, who's got the biggest whatever kahuna or whatever. It's about all races and all creeds, colors, whatever, even alien species living together peacefully, other than the Klingons, the Romulans, the Borg, species 8472, right? And every other known universe, the Herodian, right? So you've got all these villains, right? But at the end of the day, right, Star Trek brings all races together, right? And that's what it was a part of the foundation of Federation.
Alright Jay, so time to show me some of your most valuable toys that you own.
Alright, so look, we've got two in mind, right? And of course, this is what we call the Holy Grail.
And who did that used to belong to?
Me, of course.
No,
Why?
that was mine, right? That was totally mine.
Where you fucking going, mate? You weren't even born.
That was totally mine. So now I know there's something special about this, and it's got to do with his coat, right?
Okay, so basically what the story is behind this, right, is that when they first released the Jawa, as you can see, he has a vinyl coat. Now, keep in mind that everything that you see here is all original, right? There's no bullshit involved. When they first released it, right, Kenner, back in the day, right, said that doesn't look like a bulk enough figure on the card itself, right? So what they actually did is they reissued it, right, with a cloth cape, right? So this vinyl version was like the first edition of it, and then they basically did the second edition with the cloth cape. Now, what you'll find, right, is that a lot of people, right, have bootlegged this, right? They've taken Obi-Wan Kenobi's cape, they've cut it to try and make it right, but it is the wrong colour, right? Now, I'm spewing, right, that I took this off the card. I remember in the day when Mum bought it for me, it was 99 cents.
I still could have sworn that you told me it was mine, but okay, yeah, go.
It's not his, trust me. Right? Anyway, so I remember Mum buying it for $1. $1, ladies and gentlemen, $1, right? If it was on the card and the card was mint, it could be worth anywhere up to $50,000. That's a 50 with a double, triple zero, if you know what I mean. Right? Unfortunately, I took it off the card, even though cases like this, right, they're probably still on average on eBay, right, they're worth $3,500.
That by itself?
By itself, as it is.
Now, if it was missing the gun?
Well, then anything goes. But you can buy replacement guns, right, that are still original, right? Most people wouldn't know. The only reason you can tell the difference, right, is that, and if I remember correctly, when it hits the ground, it makes a tink, whereas the repos won't make a tink, and they're a different colour too. So you notice that's like a, I don't know, purpley.
I'm colourblind, wrong
Yeah,
person.
so I'm colourblind too. It's an Asian thing. What do you want to do? So this fella here, right, would be worth, well, anywhere between $3,000 to $4,000, depending on what they can do, right? Because there's a certain company called AFA, right, and they basically grade the figures, and they'll tell you if it's the real deal or not, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real deal. All right, so next, now I know, right, that a lot of people might actually just look at this and say, well, I mean, what's the biggie?
That's like new school Star Wars to me.
Yeah, well, it's out of episode 2, Attack of the Clones, right? And you're looking at it probably saying, well, what's the biggie? I mean, I've got one of those at home. Okay.
No, you don't.
Here's the secret, right? And I don't even know how many are out there, right? I bought this for big money, and this was probably about, well, when the movie was released, right? And I don't even know if the camera can actually pick that up. We'll actually go a bit closer just to see if you can, right? If you're a really good Star Wars collector, you'll actually know exactly what is wrong with this figure, right? Now, from all intents and purposes, right, you'd walk along there, right, in the aisle, right, and say, oh, just pick that up. But there is one thing, right, that separates this from the other figures, right, is this part here. You see that?
It's his helmet.
His helmet. Now, what colour is his helmet?
My colourblind eyes tell me it's the traditional grey silver sort of thing, and blue.
Okay. What's missing?
What's missing?
Mm-hmm. That's why most collectors won't pick it. The black visor, exactly. It's not black. It hasn't been coloured in. So it's a factory fault. Now, I don't even know how...
So there are ones here that are coloured?
Yeah.
You can get it coloured.
Everything else...
This is just the rare one.
Yeah, everything else that you will see, right, will have the black visor. The black T visor. This one doesn't. Right? So I don't even know how many are available. Right? I've tried to look it up on eBay recently. There's nothing out there. So I bought this... Oh, geez, I've got to think now. Not 20 years ago, because that's too far back. So say 16, 17 years ago. And I paid about $300 US for it. I don't know how much it's worth today, because you just can't get this. It's a variant that's so rare, right, that, well, you may not even know that it exists. Most collectors won't know that it exists, right? But it's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Mind blown.
Yeah, and I wish I had a comparison, but you'll know it at home, right? When you see it side by side, right? Just keep an eye on that visor that's not coloured in black.
Alright, so when I first started this video, I did say that I'm going to try to get one of my old toys back. Apparently it wasn't my toy, apparently it was originally Jason's, but he did end up giving it to me as a kid, and it is his Batmobile because obviously I am a big DC and comic book fan now. So is it okay if I have this back, Jace? Because I have brought presents for you in exchange.
No.
No, damn it. Alright, no presents.
No, of course you can have it. No worries. A little bit of history behind this one, right before we ran out of battery. I remember my mum or dad buying this for me and my brothers, well, Simon's older brothers as well, right? And, well, she was in a hell of a lot better shape. Unfortunately, well, the years have gone by and unfortunately years haven't been kind to her, so, but she's still a magnificent piece. However, you can buy these for exceptionally good money on eBay. And, in the package as well. But
And that's
I mean,
why you give it back, because it's in shit condition.
no, I'm more than happy if you love it. Well, it's yours, mate.
You may come in.
Oh yes.
What is that, the guy with the pencil?
No, it's a Praetorian Guard actually, yeah, but yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Scarlet. That was actually mine, but I realized that.
Please tell me that's not one. Oh, jeez, Christ, you're gonna get me in trouble with the missus, mate. Oh, big time. Oh, that's nice.
Thanks for doing this, Jay. Thanks for having us. Just before we finish this video, please tell them something in Italian.
Well, the only way I can say this right is Buona Pasqua ragazzi, which basically means Happy Easter, all you guys. Take care. Hello, darling. Ooh. Yes. Scarlett, we need to chat for a minute. Yes, I know. As for you, my friend, I may have a place for you. Yes. But I need 6 of your other friends to join, or actually 7 of your other friends to join you. That's grouse. Scarlett? I know, yeah. Look, it's called the hall pass, babe. Yeah, I know. I've told my missus, it's all good.